Okay, so apparently my For You page has forsaken me again because when I saw this post, and I don't know, I think the thing that bothers me about it is like the fact that like the guy seems like so nonchalant that he just took like 30 bodies in like one weekend, and now you're suffering through like fevers and chills and shit like that. And it's kind of just like I've seen content like this before a couple times. You know, the OnlyFans models that took 100 bodies in a day, and I think there was another one that took 1,000 bodies in a day, and I think there's another one after that, but got deleted by OnlyFans or something like that. I forgot the story because like after I heard about the girl who had like 100 bodies in a day, I was kind of already tuned out. I seen enough. I didn't watch the video, but like I watched commentary about it, and I've also, I guess she had like a documentary about it. That's probably why I know so much about it, because the documentary basically just went over everything, her experience before or after the process and stuff. It's really in depth into like a disturbing degree of. I mean, I get your OnlyFans model and you need to make money, but like that there's no way that's safe at all, like physically, mentally. Like you're putting a lot of stress in your heart trying to take, like, think about it. Like, let's forget about her. I'm going to talk about the guy. Think about the guy. So you're taking 30 bodies, but that's like 30 different people's body weight on you or in you or whatever. A lot of force, a lot of stress on your muscles. Your immune system is shot because now there's so many like DNA samples. The viruses are just mutating back and forth. And even if they are clean, which no offense, but I feel like if you took 30 bodies on the weekend and now you are sick with the fever and chills and shit like that and muscle aches, um, most likely you probably caught something. It doesn't have to be an STD. Your immune system is just destroyed. Like you're human. Your body has limits. It wasn't designed to take 30 people in a day. That's freaking ridiculous. Um, and also this is just not like just trying to like body shame, but like there has to be a limit. Like I feel like if you need 30 guys doing you in order to feel something, then what you need to feel can't be achieved through like sex. I just want to know, like, are you trying to fill like a hole or something? Okay, obviously he's trying to fill a hole, but like a hole inside yourself. Okay, let me be more specific. A spiritual, psychological hole, semantic. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say? Because at this point, I'm running myself into a wall trying to explain this, but it's just I don't know why people try to like not romanticize, but like I guess like yeah, like romanticize and hyperfixate on having like high body counts, and I don't want to say hyperfixate. I should say glorify having a super high body count all at once. I can maybe understand like in general you have a high body count, but if you're like taking 30 people in a day, that's kind of a lot. That's kind of ridiculous. I wouldn't even want like 30 people in the same room as me, honestly, in any setting. That's just a lot of people that you have to basically trust. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, sex is just sex. There's nothing wrong with it. Sex is just sex, yada yada yada." Sex is not just sex. It's also you trusting. Basically, you're trusting your physical health with someone else that you barely know. I can understand if you have a high body count and you were at least acquaintances with these people or you knew them on some level, but if it's just random people all the time, eventually you're going to catch something, whether it's an STI or some other shit. Um, I think people think that like sex just happens in a vacuum, and that, oh well, he told me it's okay, so there's nothing wrong with it, and it's like, well, you don't know this guy. He could easily lie, and you can get tested for STDs and it can come back as like a false negative. Like it can be negative once and you take it again, it'll be positive because, there's that incubation period where it has to sit in your system for a while before it shows up on a test. Or sometimes the test can be wrong sometimes. Um, but yeah, that's definitely a real thing. And I mean, I hope the best for this man, but I don't know. It's just like too many people have this attitude of like, oh, it's just 30 people in a day. Like they're trying to normalize it. And it's like it shouldn't be something that's normalized, because it's one thing when one person does it or a few people do it. Actually, no. Like if one person does it, that's different than like a bunch of people doing it, because you gotta realize if one person's catching 30 bodies versus there's five people being like taking 30 bodies, then you have to times it by how many times it's happening in that vicinity. And since you're queer, there's only a certain percentage of the population that is queer, so you're basically recycling through the same men, and the STD rates are going to go skyrocketing at this point because now everyone's doing orgies, everyone's doing this, and you can't say for certain that you don't have anything because now, like, okay, if you have, let's say, I'm dragging this video out forever, but like, let's say if you have like one body, um, that's and he had an STD, you didn't know about it. That's one incubation cycle for whatever STD that is. But if you're having sex with multiple people a day, per week, per month, per year, whatever, though now all those diseases in your body are gonna have different incubation cycles now, and you end up getting something like super chlamydia or super gonorrhea, something that's immune to antibiotics, something that will become permanent and will damage your reproductive organs and your health as you age. Especially for the older queers, like your immune system is not just compromised from like the sex or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like as you get aged, naturally your immune system slowly starts to degrade in quality. It can't produce the same antibodies as it used to. The immunities from diseases start to lessen. That's why you have to take more vaccines because usually around the age of like 45 is where you start to kind of your body starts to need new immunization shots for the same diseases that you were immune to when you were growing up because they have an expiration date too, for the most part. So it's not just the STDs, is what I'm trying to say. It's also just regular diseases in general, regular viruses, bacteria is bacteria, viruses are viruses, and shit like that. And also, not to just mention like the physical damage it does to your body because your body wasn't designed to be used like that. Like the human body is only so flexible for so long. Joint pain is real, back pain is real. Um, Not to mention, like colon cancer is real. Like certain things have an effect on your body long term. And just because it doesn't show up today doesn't mean it's not incubating and they're ready to pop out tomorrow. So I don't know why you think, well, I don't feel anything today, so I just don't have anything. You could possibly still have something. I think with HIV, it takes like 6 months. It could be 6 months to almost a year before it shows up. And imagine how many bodies you're getting by then. And the thing is, the more you keep feeding these like viruses, new like genetic samples from people, the more it's transcribing that DNA and the stronger it's getting. It's starting to learn, okay, like, oh, this DNA has immunity to this, or this DNA has immunity to that. When a virus goes into the cell, it multiplies and it transcribes your DNA and takes part of your DNA and gives part of its DNA to you, meaning that it's literally compromising your genetic code and learning from it how to survive longer, how to mutate. That's pretty much the main goal, is to survive as long as possible, even if the host dies. It's nothing but a negative feedback loop. And when you keep basically feeding this monstrous virus inside your body constantly, it's going to get stronger and it's going to get to a point where your body, it doesn't even have to be HIV. Let's be honest. It could be fucking pneumonia. It could be a freaking cold. Your body won't be able to fight it off as easily. You'll have stronger symptoms and it'll last a lot longer. You'll have people who are taking antibiotics in higher dosage and you realize that, oh, you're about to reach the maximum capacity of the dosage before you have to take something completely different, and then they complain about the antibiotics because the antibiotics are too expensive for them to pay for because their insurance is garbage. So it's just a lot of factors that go into this, and I don't know, I feel like the normalization of this shit is stupid because we all know where this is going to go. It's kind of like a lottery, you don't know if you're going to have HIV, but and even if you are on prep, people don't take prep correctly sometimes they miss a couple days or a day or whatever. People lie. People who used to take prep will still say they're on prep even though they're not on prep anymore. They stopped taking it, but they think just because they took it for that one period that they're automatically immune. People like this exist. I've had conversations like this over and over again. Um, and you can still get other diseases. Like HIV isn't the only one you should watch out for. Like even if I get like not even STI, even if I get like a really 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 bad flu that turns into something else, or that like COVID or just anything, you can still have long-term symptoms even after the sickness goes away. And I don't know why compromising your body, you think that, oh, well, if my body can handle 30 people, it can handle 60 people. And if it can handle 60, it can handle 120. If it handles 20, it can handle 240. No, that's not how your body works. It's kind of like entropy. Things degrade slowly over time. If you keep bombarding it with bullshit and overwhelming your immune system on top of the stress you already have to deal with in your daily ass life, your body cannot recover, especially if you eat like shit. I'm just saying there's so many factors that go into this. Now, I'm not even talking about the psychological damage because, no offense, I feel like the psychological damage was already there. Now, personally, do I think 30 is the end all to be all? Do I think 30 is gonna like destroy the world? No, but when you have so many people in the community doing like orgies and stuff on a daily, well, not daily because like people have to go to work, but like on a semi weekly basis, and there's only so many queer people in the community. I think we make up 10% of the population. We're essentially just recycling through each other and just giving each other the same fucking diseases. It's even if you're not having sex with that person directly, if he had sex with someone that you had sex with and he had a disease, gave it to that person gave it to you, you're basically recycling through the same freaking pathogens. Anyway, I hope you understand what I was trying to talk about in this video. I kind of went on a ramble, a little rampage ramble, but anyway, like, comment, subscribe, leave a leave a comment if you agree with me. If you don't, still leave a comment. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your perspectives, even if I'm wrong. I could definitely possibly be wrong, but like, please correct me. I'm still learning as a person. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.